How many of you, is anybody here from Andhra, from Telangana? Telangana's Telugu dialect is slightly different from Andhra's Telugu dialect. In fact, it's vastly different. For the simple reason that what you know as Telangana today was under the rule of the Nizam for the longest of time. And the Nizam was a representative of the Mughals in the Dakkan. Dakkan is crudely put Dakshin, which is what has become Dakkan and therefore Deccan. So, thanks to that, and Hyderabad at that point of time, if you read, you should read this beautiful book called The Last Nizam, was a melting pot of Yemenis, of Arabs, of Rohilla Pathans, of Turkis, and people from all over the Middle East and the Central Asian countries in that particular place. As a consequence, the Telugu language in that particular part of the country is vastly different from the coastal Andhra areas. So to speak, coastal Andhra has managed to retain the purity of its language, whereas this has taken a lot of influences from outside. So you can call the Telangana Telugu as an upper branch, to put it in Hindi, of the actual form of Telugu. Now we are being told that this Telangana Telugu is proof of the fact that there were two different communities altogether, and racial justifications are being created for why Telangana was always a separate entity historically from Andhra. This is how history is being used. You want to know more about history? Please read as to what is happening to the demographics in the Northeast thanks to illegal immigration. It will only tell you that over a point of time, a free living space will be created where the ratio and the demographic balance will be inverted altogether, and after a point of time, the third wave of separatism and the third round of partition will start in this country. Therefore, recontextualizing history is not a discussion that is meant for the educated elite sitting in air-conditioned rooms having wine or tea. It is meant for everyone to have a say in, because it is bound to affect you on a regular basis. The idea of India has already undergone a grotesque change in the last 15 to 20 years, and it is undergoing an even more grotesque change right in front of our eyes on a daily basis. We are now being told that Kashmir had nothing to do with Indian culture at all. That the history of Kashmir and the language of Kashmir, the culture of Kashmir, was always different and alien to that of India. So the Sharda Peeth had apparently nothing to do with India at all. So much so that the Kashmiri language is out on its way from Kashmir, and it is being replaced by the national language of Pakistan. And the national language of Pakistan is not even Arabic, it's Urdu. It's funny. Therefore, the central message that I am trying to put forth is, kindly do not leave discussions on history only to the scholars, or only to the experts, or only to those who are in the business of influencing news or in creating news. You have a say in it. I don't know of this campus, but if you go to college campuses in Tamil Nadu, or you go to college campuses in West Bengal, history plays an important role in isolation of people, in segregation of people, and in targeting of people based on language, caste, and whatnot. It starts at that level and it will continue to the topmost level.